Hey, my honey sparkles, this is Lady Irony and I welcome you to the energies of our cold full moon, which is lying in the energies of our strongly communicative zodiac sign of air, Gemini, which I'm going to channel and translate for the higher common good. Before we go into it, here's a little reminder that this translation includes a visual ASMR, so you are welcome to use this video as your ASMR altar if you like by just muting. Because no one other than you knows best, depending on our ever-changing mood, which sound or music has a calming effect on your heart and soul, right? So it's up to you, my dear ones, because no one can decide better than you what you need or wish, right? Okay, let's get into it. This full moon is by natives traditionally called the cold moon because it is usually the last full moon in December before winter solstice and refers to the time of the year when the cold weather mostly finally sets in. And with Gemini, we have a speciality here. At first sight, Gemini seems to be placed wrongly here, right? Especially when looking at what we have talked about in the previous translations. But Gemini is not falsely placed on the wrong spot. Gemini is exactly where he has to be. But talking, aka communication, is the key word here. Why? Because Gemini, ruled by Mercury, and his ruler god Hermes has mastered how agile, flexible, and not to forget, mentally speedy communication works. Those energies combined, meaning Gemini, Air, Mercury, and Hermes, are now here for encouragement. They are encouraging us to speak the truth, urging us now to finally clarify misunderstandings, and are saying that we should engage in meaningful conversations instead of nonsense blah blah. This includes decluttering, especially the own mind as well as the heart, expanding knowledge, yes, also by meaningful conversations, and exploring as well as widely expanding new perspectives. Remember, in the last couple of months, we talked about harvesting, calibration, aka recalibration, appreciation, preparation, scaling, cleaning, cleansing, releasing, etc., etc. And not to forget balancing, eating healthy food, and snuggling at home. Well, when we are in winter, going to spend more time at home and snuggle up, we don't want to feel uncomfortable. Throughout the whole winter season, we don't want to feel any density, maybe because of any misunderstandings in between and around our peeps. We want to love and feel loved. We want to appreciate and feel appreciated. We want to feel joy, have fun. We want to let go and just chill. I know that's not that easy to create in this realm on Earth. This reality here is tough and rough. I know. We also talked about that in previous translations and created a cleansing ritual as well as a meditation even. Check out the Scorpio translation if you like to catch up. But there's a big but. No, not the but, no organic but here, just the ordinary word. Well, hey, if you want to imagine a but let your imagination run free. I don't care, actually. I'm not going to try to change you or anyone here. I am here to help you improving your soul. And when this now means that your imagination runs, let's say, crazy, let's go and have fun. But just remember, this organic but is not what I'm talking about, okay? Anyways, here's the but. It's all about your awareness, what you want to create, which energy you light up. Because even when we can't change others, what we shouldn't do actually, and should not even try, we have the divine mighty power to change ourselves individually, to lift up our energy, to switch our moods, to, let's say, decorate, aka calibrate our environment, to just change, aka create enlightenment by ourselves, by our very own individual divinity, so that we at the end experience the good, recognize the beauty, and feel the love, especially self-love, so that we at the very end feel comfortable within ourselves first and with what is surrounding us. And yes, snuggle up and have meaningful, truthful, honest, profound, but as well as playful conversations and fun throughout winter season, while simultaneously and hopefully lightfully carrying those beautiful sensations into the new year, which would be just amazing. Would it be, my honey ones? Okay, my sparkles. And this is why Gemini and Hermes, aka Mercury's energies, are now on the very right spot. Because all those energies are signifying that just everything is possible. If you are ready to not just make a shy peekaboo, but wildly open up your consciousness, your mind, your heart, your intellect, your creativity, to let the light sink in your soul and shine within and without through you. Well, air signs in general are there to open up horizons, to switch perspectives and views and crack the old, to push as well as to free the population from unnecessary human-generated boundaries which let the population feel stuck, to show possibilities even though human beings, aka the programming on this realm, is way contrary. Air signs don't care if they are getting labeled as silly or crazy. Well, they know what they know. They come here for knowing that their purpose is to unpack their given backpack no matter what and when, but gently, kindly, sensitively, with patience, empathy, and love. Which is not that easy for those very fast air signs. Not because they don't want to be like that, on the very contrary, they wanna, and actually they are in general mostly very polite and friendly. But it's their speed which stands in their way. So even though they have to unpack their given knowledge of science and humanity, they're also challenged by this. They also need to learn about humanity and how to teach politely without being pushy or even hurtful to anyone. Well, just because they hold that knowledge of science, this doesn't mean that they are the ones. No. They have to learn a lot here on Earth, like any other as well. No expectations. Everyone has a purpose, a task to follow. Nothing is random. And for air signs, the most challenging thing here on Earth, on this realm of Earth, is to be forcefully slowed down. They often feel hindered from just everything. Their avatar often feels like a burden, a cage even, from which they want to break out and travel just with their energy. But well, they can't. We all can't on this realm, right? And this is why we need to remember our source, that our being, our existence is just pure divine energy. And yes, this is why astral projection, connecting and absorbing nature, as well as meditation are so beautifully important. There we have the chance to remember by connecting to our sources, our ancestors, our higher selves, however you want to call it. I know it's often frustrating to come back into your avatar of this realm and feel limited and stuck again. But we have a lot of buts today. And this is also normal for being in the energies of Gemini or Hermes or a trickster, because as I mentioned, they, Gemini and co, are here to question everything in order to help humanity move forward in peace and harmony. And what we on Earth call scientific knowledge, which is depressed, which we talked about before as well. And why we are calling it scientific is simple. It's just not existing here on this realm yet. Ever witnessed pure air sign communications? The craziest roller coaster is nothing against such a airy communication. They switch, turn, twist, jump, even trick each other like a tricky trickster just for fun only. In an incredibly immense ultra speed, you probably just can again witness in another realm. Side info. In that very moment when they catch the same energy level on any counterpart, any because it can be just everyone, they immediately lock in and synchronize. Just because they love to speed up just like that, limitless speeding and floating around in their ever-existing element. Just absorbing their limitless energetic creations, which switch at some point from words, which is an earthly need to be able to communicate, right? Into just pure energy. Side note again, this fulfills them immensely because in this way they fill their energetic tanks, so to say, and so makes them very satisfyingly happy. So yes, Gemini is now here as we are so close to the end of 2025, urging us to balance out our way of communication by learning and letting go of what is no longer needed. Because Spirit is just saying, no, please, finally let go. Because otherwise you're holding the risk to carry the old into the new. And in the new, there is no space for the old, meaning you'll probably and unfortunately gonna have a very hard time in the new year decluttering the old, which you maybe have missed to probably tidy up. Not to forget that Mercury is also the ruler planet of our Earth sign, Virgo, which is also the last zodiac sign of summer, by the way. And didn't we connect summer with the sun? And didn't we recognize and draw the sun in yellow? And you know what? Remember that yellow is the ground color of Gemini. What does all this mean? What is Spirit talking about, right? That's a simple translation. You are meant to welcome, aka slide into 2026 with a smile, at least with a smirk, with a deep and profound feeling of joy, maybe again, being satisfied, happy, and just have fun. This is why Spirit with Gemini in this full moon urge you to declutter what needs to be decluttered, surrender to the ever-existing element of air, connect to the sun while simultaneously staying grounded. And then saying goodbye to 2025 as well as welcome 2026 with beautiful fulfillment and a smirk. In this sense, don't forget your sparkles. Remember, you are a sparkle. So don't forget to love, my sparkling ones. Bye bye. Love you lots.